Okay, so welcome back. I had LRMBVV in the comments ask or suggest it would be interesting to have a look at the gearbox. So here at Sig Cup RC, we always like to oblige our commenters. So I have pulled it down, and as you can see, it's all pretty nasty. So yeah, first thing I noticed was that there's not a slipper, but a setup sort of designed to provide some give with these little, you know, material pads here that just sit in the recess there, the recess in there. A bit difficult to do one-handed, but yeah, you get the idea. So they pads pile up there, sits on this face here, and then bolts down. So yeah, that gear's okay. I mean, all these gears, I guess, are okay. Everything's really filthy, but at the same time, it completely dry. So there's the grease is, I don't know, all sort of disintegrated around the case, and yeah, had its day, of course. The first time I looked at this gear, I thought it was damaged. It looks like it's kind of melted. At first I thought it had melted in towards the middle, but as it turns out, that is just build up. It's just an absolute build up of sconge. So I'm gonna chuck before I carry on about that, the arms are also, I should have mentioned, all that stuff's been disconnected as well. So the whole back end of the car, if you like, is in pieces. I haven't started on the front yet, but I'm going to get all this stuff to the sort of left of the cardboard and the casings. It's all going in for soak now. So apart from the bearings, of course, I'm going to keep those out. There's a lot more plastic in this plastic or nylon in this setup than in the Worlds, for example. Quite a few little plastic spacers and stuff, which will be metal in the later kits. There's another one there. Yeah, a bit surprised to see those, but I haven't pulled one of these apart before, so probably just me. One of these outdrives is loose on here too, so I have to make sure I get the Loctite on there when I run those up tight. So okay, be back in a second. So guys, I'm slowly making progress here. These are parts that I've set aside that either didn't need cleaning or have just had a light clean with a paper towel. Up here I've got the stuff that's had a deeper wash. Most of it's come up pretty good. That motor plate is quite sweet. This sort of patchy effect, I got that on the chassis as well. I don't know, I can't remember if it goes away when it dries or not. But yeah, the case and all this stuff here cleaned up pretty easily. Didn't require much work. I mean, it's not like microscopically clean, because all I've done is give it a going over as best I can in the sink. So, excuse the dishes. The only stuff that's still fighting me, the worst one is this gear here. I'm actually not convinced that this gear is in good condition. You can see that sort of pattern on it, and I don't know if that's factory or if it's sort of started you know, sort of warping. Yeah, I really can't tell. The mesh seems alright, you know. If I where's the other gear? If I mesh it, it must be out the bath. If I mesh it with the I swear it was in here. If I mesh it with the other gear, then yeah, the mesh is reasonable. So oh, there it is. Yeah, if I mesh it with this one, the mesh is reasonable. So you know, I think it'll be fine. I'm still just trying to get this cleaned up a bit better. So I'm just giving these guys a bit more time to soak, and I'll give them another scrub. But these two do mesh together pretty good, so I think it'll be fine. But it's going to be it's a shelf car anyway, so it's no massive deal if you know, the gears are a bit worn, which I think they could be. Hey guys, welcome back. It's several hours later, like 5. I've sort of had to pick this job up and put it down several times. But where I'm at right now is all the parts are clean and dry, and I'm just starting to reassemble. I'm going to have to Google some of this because in the cleaning process I've forgotten where a few things go. Mostly the likes of the little plastic spaces. I can't remember where they were. But I'm just going to have a little go. I did put some glue on here like you instructed to do with the 60th. Whether that's the right thing to do or not. But anyhow, once it's all bolted together, it'll be fine. So yeah, let the reassembly commence. Alright, let's close these two together. Loctite. Loctite never fails to go everywhere. For some reason, as soon as I opened it, it came flying out to greet me. Yes, I made a boob and forgot the bearings. Sorted now. So this here is the part that's giving me grief. I can't see where it is now, which is just sitting here. I'll try and get a screwdriver. Try and do this one-handed. And not get grease everywhere. So that's the part, right? It doesn't go there on the instructions, but I don't see where else it can go. If it's not on here, then when you drop this in here, it sits, the gear sits, sorry, when I drop it in here, the gear sits way too deep if I don't have that part. So I'll just chuck the rest in and show you what it looks like. So guys, if I do it my way, this is what it looks like. See how the white gear, if I don't use that part, it sits way too deep and hardly contacts with that white gear. So if I just set it down carefully, you'll just be able to see everything sort of works quite nicely when it's done like that. The only other place where I could see where it could possibly go would be once this one goes on, that it would sit on top of that one. But then if I put it there, I can't get the case to close, so that's not correct. So I'll just put the case cover on now. Yeah, so that allows me to close it up. and it works. So yeah, I presume that's right, but you know, because it looks right and everything lines up and it works, but it's not, from what I can tell from the instructions, it's not how it expects you to put it together. And now I'm short of some yellow spacer or something that's supposed to go there that I don't have, so I don't know. I'm also missing 2 washers that go either side of where the white gear is, so someone's been in here before and lost those. So yeah, it is what it is. I need to get a new belt. The belt is frayed and shitty. I also found these screws here, which I had I just brought them off eBay just when I brought a bunch of screws. So they have the, probably not going to be able to see it, but they have the hex heads. The only thing is they are designed for, you know, like a recessed fit, whereas the ones that came out have the head on them. So I might need to find some of those little recess washers, but I think I want to upgrade to these screws because I've only got 2 of the long ones for the case, and there should be 2 the same length as far as I can tell. So I'm just mixing and matching screws to make stuff happen. 2 of the other screws that came out of the case are a coarse thread, so yeah, I'm just scratching around my spares trying to make things work. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. It's taken me hours. It's been really frustrating, but yeah, had it again tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Okay guys, I think I finally figured this out. Holy shit, it's driving me insane. What I've done is taken that yellow bushing out from under here. And what I've realized is that when it pokes through the case and you put the E-clip on there, that holds it sort of in the right position so that the gears are meshing properly here. So if you fit it from, this is what I was seeing and thinking that that's not right because that's not a good mesh. But then I realized if I take the spacer out, it sits like that. Yeah, it's not great. But if you want to get the E-clip on, then it's going to end up sitting sort of more like that. So, and then this one goes on the other side, which is where I think I had it when I looked at an earlier shot of it. So yeah, it's been an absolute MF, to be honest, but I think that's how it works. I really should have paid more attention. There should be a washer on this one as well, so that it's not got this little gap between the shaft and the gear. But I don't have any suitable washers and they weren't in there, so I think that's as good as it's going to get. I was thinking about replacing the belt, but there's just no belts available, and even used ones are just ridiculously expensive. So even though the belt's seen better days, I'm just going to go and reassemble it. It's just a shelf car after all, so all good. Anyway, this has been one heck of a saga, but I think it's come to a close now, so thanks for watching.